Hey guys, this is Dan Castro coming to you from Durango, Colorado, in the mountains over. So yeah, there it is. I'm standing on the balcony of the condo I bought about 8 months ago, in the middle of the mountains, outside of Durango, Colorado. And I wanted to show you something very interesting and tell you about something exciting that happened to me. This is an old railroad spike that has been there since I first bought this condo about 8 months ago. I don't know why it's there, who put it there. I can only presume that it came from the Durango to Silverton Railroad, which runs right near here. It's a famous old railroad, about 100 years old or more. And I kind of like old railroad spikes. My dad and I used to go hiking along the railroad tracks, and when we'd see an old railroad spike, he would pick it up, and I thought it was cool. And he had a whole collection of them, so I just left it there. I want to talk to you about something that happened recently. About a week ago, a good friend of mine named Kevin Reddy and I decided to make hand forged knives out of, guess what, old railroad spikes. And he told me he had a collection of old railroad spikes from the old Santa Fe Railway, which runs right through Clovis, New Mexico. And I stay at Clovis every time I drive up here to the mountains. And so I said, well, I'm going to collect me some railroad spikes from that same railroad track, and we can make hand forged knives together. And he said, cool. So on the way up here this trip, I stopped and collected some old railroad spikes from the Santa Fe Railroad. It's also over 100 years old. It's the way the settlers used to go from the east to the west. It goes through New Mexico and Colorado and who knows where it ends. But anyway, a lot of nostalgia, a lot of history. And so I walked into my condo just a few days ago, and I saw the old railroad spike that you just saw. Here it is. I'll pick it up for you. Ta-da. I saw it laying there, and I was shocked. It was like I had a moment of the what in the heck is going on here, because there's no way that 8 months ago when I bought this condo, I could have known that I was going to be making hand forged knives with Kevin out of old historic railroad spikes. And it's kind of bizarre, but also very exciting, because it's as though the universe is patting me on the back and saying, "Attaboy, Castro, you are on the right track. You are right where you're supposed to be in life. Keep going." And we laid this railroad spike at your feet. Who knows how long ago that it was there, who put it there, and why. But it was as though that, when you're walking along a trail and all of a sudden you find something that you really wanted. I don't even need a railroad spike. It's not going to add any value to my life, but it's cool. It's fun. It's going to be interesting, and it's going to be very historic and nostalgic. And it was though the universe were confirming to me that I'm right where I'm supposed to be in life and to keep pursuing this path. Now, I want to share with you something else that's interesting in how these things happen. Scientists have confirmed, as of over 100 years ago, that everything is energy. This chair, this rail right here, you can see it. I hope you can see it. This post, it looks solid, it feels solid, but it's not. It's made of pure energy. When you reduce that down to the molecular level and then the atomic level, between the particles of the atom, the neutrons, the electrons, and the protons, between those particles, there's literally nothing. And the only thing holding these things together is electromagnetic energy. And so to shorten it, scientists just talk about energy. Energy is what holds the universe together. It's what is between the stars. It's what's between the planets. It's what holds everything in place and makes everything flow in a smooth motion. It is invisible. You can't be weighed or measured. And so scientists just call it energy. And here's the interesting part. If everything is energy, which they have confirmed that it is there really anything ever separating you from that which you seek? Think about that for a minute. If everything is energy, aren't you already connected to what you're seeking? And the answer is yes. And finding this little railroad spike was kind of like the universe saying to me, yes, everything is energy. You were already connected to that which you seek. Not necessarily even what you need. But what you're seeking, what you desire, what makes you smile, what makes you happy, I was already connected to this railroad spike before I bought this condo. I didn't know it, but the universe knew it. The universe knew I was going to want an old railroad spike from a historic railroad track and put it in my past so I would discover it 8 months later. And this is very exciting for anybody who has goals, dreams, and ambitions in life, whether it's a relationship goal or whether it's a business goal or any other kind of goal. The universe already knows what you want. It already knows what you're seeking. It already knows your greatest dreams, ambitions, and desires. And it has already laid a path before you. It has already placed the implements and the tools that you need and that you desire to get where you're going. You are already connected to that which you seek because everything is energy. And I want you to realize that and accept this as a confirmation that you're on the right path, that you are going in the right direction. And I want you to start looking around for symbolic gifts from the universe, those little pats on the back, or what I sometimes call an angel tap, that says to you, that screams to you, you are on the right track. Here is a confirmation that we have laid at your feet. Grab a hold of it, embrace it, hold it to your chest, and say thank you because you are on the right track. This is Dan Castro from Investor Underground. Peace out.